Hey guys, welcome back to Susan Shares. Well, we have my favorite visitor on Susan Shares, my husband Steve. Hey Steve.
Hi, Susan. Hello, everyone.
I'm so glad to always have Steve. And this weekend, Steve and I were in Kansas City. We went to a dear friend's son's wedding, and it was in a beautiful cathedral there in Kansas City. But when we were staying at a hotel, we were also staying there with a basketball team on our floor. And it was a segue into what I'm going to talk about today. I had mentioned about 6 weeks ago that I was writing an article for Celebrate Magazine. At the last minute, they were asking me to share something with them to the viewers for Celebrate, and it was about giant killers. And now it's come out finally in March, and I've had this, it's been a buzz about the term giant killers and what it means to different people. And so I was talking about it to Steve, and it kind of came to life with those basketball players. Can you relate that?
Well, I mean, there were actually several basketball teams there because I think the NAIA might have been having a tournament going on at that time. So there were lots of really tall people in that hotel, not just on our floor, but down in the lobby and everything else. And, you know, it is the month for March Madness. So, you know, everyone's team they're going to be rooting for. All the big tournaments will be happening, you know, and there are going to be some giant slayers and killers inside the tournament even, you know. So there are going to be some ranked teams or lower ranked teams that are going to upset some people. There's probably going to be some Cinderella team that will go fairly deep into the tournament. So that's what makes it partly really fun. And although I'm lamenting Arkansas losing yesterday, you know, I heard the coach saying that everyone's now 0-0 in their record. They're starting all over again now as they go into the postseason. So everyone's got a chance. And I think that's partly what brought this to mind for us, for you, as we talked about it and said, well, there are some really tall people, but there are a lot of those things going on right now, and everyone's going to be excited about it. And, you know, everyone's got their battles to fight. They got their things that they're up against, and so it'd be a good word for them today.
Yes, and when we saw those really tall men, I mean, I was walking down the hall and they were super tall, and it brought this article to mind as Steve was talking about. And some of those men are intimidating. I mean, you look at the height and that's intimidating. Even if you're on a team and you're short and they're tall, that can be intimidating for even players. But as David was fighting Goliath in this article, I start off the article with saying giant killers have great confidence in the power of God. That's exactly what David did. He did not look at Goliath as a giant. He did not look at him with intimidation because he knew where his power was coming from. Because David was a meek shepherd lad. He was actually an adolescent, and everyone was looking at David as, who are you wanting to fight Goliath? I mean, why are you even attempting to say that you could do such a thing? Because the soldiers have tried that are armored up, that are supposed to be the ones to fight Goliath. Why would you even consider it? But he had something that they did not. He had the power of God in him. He had God's confidence in him. He was asking God to do what only God could do through him. And I think that's what a giant killer is. So it doesn't matter your stature, your height, what you look like, what size you are. It has nothing to do with it. It is who has the power in you to do what only God can do through you. That's the giant killer. So the giant killer is actually not you. It's not about you at all. It's about letting God do it through you. Would you say that's the true message of a giant killer?
Yeah, and to take the analogy a little further, all the coaches and all the teams are going to try to take advantage of the other team's weaknesses or certain players' weaknesses. They're going to try to take advantage of all their strengths. And then if we kind of apply it to our lives, what greater wisdom, what greater strength is there than God? Even though that may seem like weakness and foolishness to the world, you know, that's our secret weapon, if you will, as believers. And it doesn't mean we get everything we want, but it means we do have a power and a strength that we can draw on to accomplish those things that he wants.
Amen. That is a great word. So I hope it's a great word to you. So your giant killer has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with him.
Absolutely.
Have a great day. We love you. Bye.